Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about... Are you kidding me? I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna film. I'm just gonna talk, and of course my husband's like, closing garage. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about 15 things I didn't know about pregnancy. Okay, first off, I have a mom, I have so many cousins, there's a lot of babies, a lot of women that get pregnant, so I've seen a lot of pregnancies. I've helped with a lot of babies. I was a nanny once upon a time, so I kind of like knew what to expect when expecting, but it kind of goes for everything in life. You don't really know exactly until you are in the thick of it and you're like experiencing it yourself. So thought I knew what to expect a little bit. At least I thought I knew more than just the average girl. So yeah. But let's just start off. Okay, the first, number one, I like knew because I experienced it with my mom and her having miscarriages, but it's crazy when you think that you get that positive pregnancy test. You're like, yes, I'm gonna have this healthy baby, you know, in 9-10 months, but it's not the case for everyone. And I experienced this with my first pregnancy, that you're not guaranteed a baby even though you're pregnant. It really hit me when I was experiencing it, and I was like, man, I didn't know. Like, I knew infertility, and I always thought deep down, like, am I gonna struggle with having kids? And then when I found out about my uterus, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I, like, that feeling I always had even as a kid and like a teenager. I'm like, no, it's coming to, is it coming to life? Coming to light? Coming to light, coming to life. What's the saying? I don't know. But you're not guaranteed. And that's like super depressing to think about. But, and I feel like I knew that obviously because I experienced that with my mom and knowing other people that have gone through miscarriages. But to like look back at pregnancy, I'm like, wow, that is something that I didn't really like know until I experienced it. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think about. But number two, second thing I experienced a lot of, and I didn't think it would be such a problem for me, is heartburn, you guys. Oh my gosh, heartburn, you guys. I had Tums. I went through Tums like they were candy, and I was like, is this gonna hurt the baby? Because and you know what's funny is I think after you have a baby and like postpartum stuff, I think you forget a lot about pregnancy, because when I was writing these down, I was like, oh yeah, I did experience that. Oh yeah, I didn't know about that, blah, blah, blah. But heartburn, I don't remember if I had it in the first trimester, but I want to say I did. I feel like I had it the whole time. I even had it when I was in labor. I had horrible heartburn where it made me throw up nonstop in labor. Oh my gosh, I hated it. And I hate throwing up so bad. I hate it. So that's one thing I didn't think I would really have a lot of. I didn't think I'd have a lot of heartburn, and I did, and I hated it. Okay, number three, leaky nipples. I was so confused. It was like early on. I want to say it was like right after 20 weeks. And it was always just one nipple. Like one nipple, I'd wake up and my shirt would be soaked. Not like soaking wet, but like there'd be like a ring, probably like this big of just, I was like, what's happening? Why are my nipples leaking? What does that mean? And so thankfully, you know, you have your doctor, you can ask, or you can look it up. And Google always, you know, has an answer of like, it's this, it's that. And like sometimes it's negative, but thankfully I have my doctor I could call and ask and see if that was normal, which it is. But I had no idea your nipples would leak. And they say it's colostrum. Yeah, colostrum that leaks. I remember asking a few moms, I was like, is this normal? Like, what the freak? So yeah, did not know about that yet. Didn't know about the leaky nips, okay? Okay, I also didn't know how swollen my feet would get. You know, you hear like, oh, at the end, because you're so big and just uncomfortable, you're gonna get swollen feet or this and that. I did not think, because I'm like a thinner person, I thought maybe that was like for women that have like, that are heavier. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. I just thought like, oh, you know, I probably won't have that because I'm smaller. I don't know why I thought that way, but your girl had such swollen feet, and I worked until 2 weeks before I had my daughter. And at work, my feet would swell up so much, and it was always, my left one would be way bigger. Like I had cankles bad. Like my whole leg was just one, all the way to my foot was just one size. It was crazy. I did not think I would get swollen feet. Also, like just the swelling, I didn't know it would be so squishy. Like it was like Play-Doh, and it even had like a weird feeling to it, but you could like push in your fingers and then like there'd be an indentation, and my husband thought it was really funny and also gross, and then it would make me feel, and also the swelling at like more towards around like 30-ish weeks, maybe 35 before, my feet would get so swollen and they would hurt. They would get red and oh, they would just like feel like they were gonna explode. I feel like my feet were gonna explode. I had no idea this would be a thing. And I also didn't know, like, to help with your swollen feet, you're supposed to, you know, lay, but you can't lay on your back, but you're supposed to lay down, but you're supposed to have your feet elevated higher than your heart. So I was like, what? It was so awkward to try to do that on the couch. I don't even know if I did it right, but that's what they told me to do to help with swollen feet. Okay, next, you guys. This was like one of my first symptoms of pregnancy, sense of smell. I would hear about, you know, your sense of smell is heightened. And so I like knew about that, but I didn't know it would be a legit like superpower, okay? Like if I was a superhero, I'd be a sense of smell woman, okay? Because I could smell anyone and everything. And I worked in a chiropractor's office, and so when someone would come in, I'd be like, that girl has a yummy smoothie. It smells like berries. And I wouldn't even be in the front of the office. I would know that there was a smoothie in the office, okay? Or fresh cut flowers. I'm like, who brought fresh cut flowers in this office? It was also not very fun because there was this one girl that would walk in, a patient, and she worked at, I think like Firehouse Subs. No, it was like Jersey Subs or something like that. She stunk so bad. She smelled like a hot, I think it was also her BO too. I could smell everyone's BO. It was really bad. I was like, you didn't take a shower. I'm like, you're disgusting. I also would judge people. And I'm like, this is horrible that I'm judging people because I could smell if you didn't take a shower. And I'm like, why aren't you taking showers? It's disgusting. Okay. But I wouldn't say that, but I'd be thinking it in my head because I work very close with people. But yeah, dude. I just called you guys dude. This girl though that worked at Jersey Mike's, I think it's Jersey Mike's Subs or something like that. She would smell like a sweaty, hot bread spaghetti sandwich. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, every time I would look at my coworker and be like, can you take her back? Because I'm about to throw up. But I just didn't know that my sense of smell would be crazy. And now when I have I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I smell something? And then I'm like, am I pregnant? No. Because I remember that was like one of the first symptoms. And I found out I was pregnant like really early on. I was probably like 4 weeks pregnant. And I took a test. I was like, I know I'm pregnant. And I was. So, okay, the next thing that I didn't know, which I kind of knew, people would say like, you're gonna have crazy dreams, yada yada. I didn't know how crazy they would be, like real, like I thought it was real life. Like sometimes I'd be like, no, you did say that to me. And no, it was just a dream. Like they're so vivid. I would wake up and like, you know, sometimes you wake up and you forget your dreams. No, I would remember my dreams throughout the day and I'd be like, was that a dream or did that happen? Like crazy dreams, guys. Crazy dreams. Had no idea. A lot of these are like, I kind of knew, but you have to experience it for yourself. And I didn't know like how miserable I would be just sleeping because you can't sleep on your back, you can't sleep on your stomach. And so you just have to switch from side to side. And I just wanted to sleep on my back. Like when I lay on my back for a second, I'm just like, oh, I love this. And I'm a tummy sleeper. I'm like, I fall asleep so fast when I sleep on my tummy. And so being able not to sleep on your stomach sucked so bad. Just sleeping in general, I hated it so much. It's just, nothing is comfortable, which I think this next pregnancy that I have, I will for sure buy a pregnancy pillow because I was like, no, I don't need to spend that money on a pregnancy pillow. But I would like shove pillows under my back and like my tummy, and then I'd be like, okay, I feel good enough to sleep. But yeah, I didn't realize how miserable I would be sleeping, which I just didn't know how crazy it would be. Okay, the next thing, I didn't realize how much like weight gain, and not just weight gain, I knew I'd gain weight. I didn't know that my hips would get so big, like so wide, and like my thighs would get big, like instantly. I could not fit in any of my jeans, nothing. And I was like, dang, this is gonna be miserable because at work I had to wear scrubs and I wore them throughout my whole pregnancy. I would like cut them because they were like, my hips were getting so wide and they were getting so tight, and I was like, I'm not gonna go buy more scrubs. Scrubs are expensive, and I was like, I only have 2 more months, or I have 1 month left, or I have a few weeks left. So I tried everything. I would like cut them so then the seam would get a little bigger, and sometimes I would just like literally pull on them while I'd be working, and they looked like they were about to just bust, man. They were very tight. It's just crazy how your body really changes. And they always say like, you'll bounce back, but it's like, what? Okay, sure. Okay, Karen, I'll bounce back. And that also goes with like my rib cage. I didn't realize how wide my rib cage would get, which is still, I mean, it kind of has shrunk a little bit, but I didn't realize like everything gets wider. Crazy. So the next one, I knew I'd be hungry, right? Because you're growing a baby, but I didn't realize how starving I would be all the time. Like it was to the point where I was like mean almost, like a freaking animal, just like I'm ready to eat anything and everyone. I was starving nonstop. I would eat and then like 10 minutes later I'd be starving starving again. And I'd be like, what the and maybe that's why I gained so much weight. Just kidding. No, I was starving all the time. And even in the first trimester, I was starving, but nothing sounded good. And then I would cook something and I'm like, it doesn't sound good now. I don't want to eat that. And I always wanted to like eat out, you know? And my husband's like, you need to stop eating out. And I'm like, but I just want Chick-fil-A French fries with Polynesian sauce. I always wanted something warm too, like French fries. I just wanted the hot carbs to feed the demon in me, okay? And I'm not talking about my baby. So yeah, I didn't realize how starving you would be all the time. Even when you would eat, you're just still starving. And I'm still that way breastfeeding. I'm like starving all the time. So the next one that I didn't know, being pregnant, it actually kind of goes along with the heartburn. I didn't know, and I watched a video when I was pregnant, and I think I was in my 3rd trimester, and I didn't realize, which I kind of knew, obviously it's kind of common sense, when your baby's in you, like everything kind of has to go somewhere else, right? I didn't realize like all your organs are just like pushed up, and like where, I don't even know where else they go, but they're just, you know, pushed everywhere, and the baby just grows, which is insane to me. But that also explains like, you know, why I couldn't breathe all the time. And that's kind of what it explains in the video, is like everything's pushed up and like, yeah, you're just destroyed inside when you are pregnant. And I didn't realize that. I thought, you know, the baby kind of grows like where the tummy is, and it kind of grows out while everything is just perfectly inside. So I didn't realize that your insides get destroyed too. So that's fun. And that's also why I had a lot of heartburn too, because like my stomach, I don't even know where my stomach was. It was probably like up here in my throat. Just kidding. My stomach, I feel like, was in my throat, and then the heartburn was just like, it just hurt all the time. Okay, so the next one goes with the sense of smell. Like I knew this was like an early pregnancy sign too, because I would watch so many YouTube videos about this, about like what are early signs of pregnancy. This was like one of the main symptoms. It was like pregnancy brain cravings, sense of smell, back pain were like the 4 like first pregnancy signs I had. But this one I feel like was my whole pregnancy. I didn't know that's the case, and even afterwards I have it. I have mom brain now. Yay! Yay! So I didn't know pregnancy brain was like such a big thing, and to the point where like I would be at work and I'd have to take notes, and I would be like, wait, how do you spell terror? And I'm like, what the freak, how do you spell terror? Or negative, like does negative have an A or an I? Is it negative or negative? And I would be thinking in my head, and I'd be like, what the freak? And it doesn't like autocorrect on the notes, and so I'd be like, I'm so dumb. And it was just like random words where I get stuck up on, and I'd be like, huh? How do I spell that? I feel like it's gotten way better, but I still have mom brain where I like forget things. So yeah, pregnancy brain, mom brain, didn't know that was really a big deal until now. Okay, the next thing, I didn't know Braxton Hicks would come so early on. I knew it was a thing, and I kind of like heard about it, like, yeah, maybe this will happen before I give birth, but I didn't realize Braxton Hicks could come, like, I got Braxton Hicks a month before I gave birth, and I didn't know that's what it was. I just thought my baby was like being weird. I was like, oh, but I didn't realize my stomach was like tightened, and because I'd be like, wow, my tummy looks really weird, and I'd like take a picture of it, and now I realized that was Braxton Hicks. I did not know that at the time until now. So yeah, Braxton Hicks. You can get them for, at least for me, I got it like a month early, you know, so. Okay, the next one is your eyesight. I didn't know my eyes and my teeth would just, I already have like horrible teeth. I don't know if it's just genetics. I think it is. And now, I mean, postpartum, it's even worse, but pregnancy, your girl got cavities. Rude. And my eyesight, I had to get glasses, man. I actually got glasses like early on in my pregnancy in 2020 when your vision was supposed to be amazing. Yeah, I got glasses. Thanks a lot. We're almost done. This is a lot. I feel like this is too many. This is too many things I didn't know. Wow. Okay, I didn't know about preeclampsia, like high blood pressure and gestational diabetes. I didn't really know about that. And I mean, like, why would I know about that? I guess maybe you do know about that and you aren't pregnant, but I didn't know those were like a thing until I got a lot, and this kind of goes with my swollen feet. A lot of people thought I had preeclampsia because I had such swollen feet, but I worked at a chiropractor's office, and so I could check my blood pressure all the time, and it was like actually kind of low, so it was never high. It was like either normal or like a little bit low. But yeah, I did not know about preeclampsia, and I think like where's my phone? 1 out of 25 pregnancies in the United States develop preeclampsia, which is crazy. I had no idea that was a thing thing and how like scary it is too. So glad I didn't have that. Yeah, those are things I didn't know about: preeclampsia, high blood pressure, and gestational diabetes. I took the test. I forgot what it was. 34, 36, 38, one of those weeks. I took the gestational diabetes test. Maybe it was like earlier than that, like 24 weeks. I don't remember. It's crazy how you forget things. But yeah, did not know that was a thing. Okay, and the last but not least, the 15th thing that I did not know about pregnancy is postpartum. I guess it doesn't really go with pregnancy, but it does at the same time because it's the like aftermath of pregnancy. I saw this TikTok about this girl saying her mom says the best kept secret in women is postpartum, and it's true. Like, why don't we talk more about postpartum? Because I had no idea. You know, I was like so like trying to prep about pregnancy and getting pregnant, and I had no idea about postpartum. And I kind of want to make a video about that, but not at the same time because I'm dealing with it and it's gonna scar me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, postpartum is crazy. I had no idea about. I didn't realize, like, you know, depression and all these crazy things that like women don't talk about. And I feel like women don't talk about it because maybe we feel like we're crazy. Like after I had my baby, I was crazy and I had to apologize to many people, but then I'm like, why do I have to apologize? It literally is just like nature. Like that was like what I was just dealing with, and I wasn't meaning to be crazy and emotional. It's just natural. It's like what you go through. So yeah, the 15th and final thing would be postpartum. I was not prepared for that. I'm still dealing with it. As you can like see my little baby hairs from postpartum. But yeah, those are 15 things that I personally did not really realize until I was with child. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? It really does help. Alright guys, thank you so much. Bye! You guys, I'm so hungry. My husband got me Zao, and so I'm gonna go eat that now. You guys, I'm eating my lunch in here with her. Cause listen, my husband like is painting downstairs and it smells really bad. I don't want something smelling that. We're doing like a chalk magnetized board in our kitchen, like a really big one, and he painted, so it's a little stinky down there. We have like doors and windows open, but it smells bad, and he did that like 2 hours ago and it still smells pretty bad. So we're chilling in Sutton's room, getting away from the smellies, huh? Can you say hi to them? Say hi. You look so cute. Yeah, tell them. I get the rice noodle chicken bowl with green curry. It's delicious. Recommend. 10 out of 10. I craved this when I was pregnant, and I did not know this was in St. George until after I had my daughter. Say hi guys. I can crawl now and I'm starting to walk. Huh, she's determined. She wants to walk so bad. Yeah, tell them. Say, I want to walk, okay? As a big girl, I want to walk. Yeah, tell them. Say, I'm gonna start walking. You guys wait. You guys watch, okay? She still tumbles over and she gets really sad. She's definitely a girl and gets super emotional all the time, which I cannot relate. When I was a kid, I like never cried. But now I cry all the time. So now I'm like a real girl, you know. That's emotional girlies. Okay, here's my food. I want to show you guys. Look at that. So good. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, you want some? She's not interested in food yet. She hates it. She spits it out and gags on any baby food I give her. Huh? Look at her. She's talking to a ghost. It's creepy. It's creepy when you talk to ghosts. Stop doing that. Okay, say bye. Say bye. Can you wave? Wave to them. Say bye.